In this class, I am going to teach you how to make Atama soup. Atama soup is an Akwa Ibom soup. And people always ask me, is there any difference between Atama soup and Banga soup? Yes, there is a huge difference. The ingredients are different. The cooking techniques are different. Even the taste profile is worlds apart. Atama soup has its own unique flavor. It has its own unique taste and different style preparation and should not be mistaken for Banga soup. The only thing they have in common is this Banga, which is palm fruit. This is the only major thing they have in common. For instance, when you're making Atama soup, you use meat and meat stock. When you're making Banga soup, real data Banga soup, you have to use catfish, okay? And you don't use meat stock. When you're making Atama soup, you use okra. In Banga soup, you don't use okra. For Atama soup, you use the real fresh Atama leaves. This is Atama leaves, okay? For Banga soup, you use Banga leaves, Banga spices, Banga stick, ujajak, and all of those. For Atama soup, you use shelled periwinkles. For Banga soup, you use unshelled periwinkles. And it's even optional. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Apart from these other basic ingredients like stockfish, dried fish, crayfish, seasoning cubes, fresh pepper, there are two different soups, two different tastes and two different techniques, okay? So now that I have gotten that out of the way, let's jump right into the cooking. But before then, I want to talk about my Banga, which I have already extracted off camera just to save time. I want to believe that everybody knows how to process Banga juice or extract Banga juice. I don't know, you just boil it and then pound it or use your food processor to process it and then, you know, wash it and to separate, wash it, sieve it to separate the chaff from the juice. It's as simple as that. If you want a video for that, maybe if I have chance, I will do it, but I just did not think it was necessary. But if you feel it's necessary, you paid for the class, so let me know. We'll do it for you, okay? So this is the major ingredients that Banga soup is sharing with Atama soup. Aside from this, nothing. The ingredients are very simple, not complicated at all. For my soups, I like to use goat meat. Only protein I like to use for soup is goat meat because goat meat is rich in taste and flavor, okay? If I don't use goat meat, I use beef. But personally, I love goat meat for all my soups, okay? And that is what I'm using. I'm using cow skin as well. And let's go over the ingredients one more time. I'm using fresh Atama leaves. When you go to the market, just ask for fresh Atama leaves. Totally different from Banga leaf, okay? I'm also using palm fruit extract, which is Banga juice. I'm using okra, shelled periwinkle, stockfish, dried fish, goat meat, Scotch bonnet pepper, star and not seasoning cubes. I don't use salt to cook. I use just star and not seasoning because salt has sodium. Seasoning cubes also has sodium. So you don't want to consume that much sodium in one seasoning.